right, so welcome back to the story where it all started. I took a bit of a break for summer vacation and I feel ready to come and share this story again. So, where we left off was when I decided to go to my first ever breathwork workshop where I met my mentor Genevieve and where everything started. So if I go back to that moment, I remember walking into that room and just feeling so weird because it was like the first time in my life where I was in a circle, like a safe space. And it felt so unknown for me to be in those sort of environments where, everything is allowed, where you can say things that you've been feeling, people won't judge you, or where people cry and it's normal. And it was just like I was so disconnected from that because I was living in a way that really just like I had put these big filters over myself. I couldn't show who I truly was, from fear of being judged or being not liked. Or so I walked into that space and straight away I knew, wow, this was going to be powerful. And I did my first breathwork session, and I will forever and ever remember that day, because that is the day where I understood. No, I didn't understand anything. I felt the power within myself. Oh, and I say this and so many shivers just come up because I think that when you don't, there's a feeling that you get when you tap into that power. And it's like once you feel that, you cannot unfeel that. You cannot unknow that. You cannot ignore that anymore. And it's like it awakens something in me that was like, okay, this is the beginning of something incredible. This is the beginning of your whole life. That's what I felt. Like a huge rebirth. Like, oh, okay, here I am. Let's go. And so when I did my breathwork session, I remember just feeling so much. It basically brought me into my fight or flight, like my anxiety, my panic attack. So it's like I lived a panic attack in my breathwork session. And through the support and the safety and the environment, I was able to breathe through the panic and alchemize the anxiety and the panic into power. And that was so rich for me in that moment. So how I felt during the breath work was like I was so stuck in my body. I was like crisped and I couldn't really breathe. It felt like a panic attack, exactly like a panic attack. So I'm not going to go into that, but like it just felt so incredibly uncomfortable. I was hot, I was cold, I was crying, I was looking for help outside of me. And then I realized I could just hear Genevieve saying, breathe, breathe, breathe. And that's all I did. That's all I did through the little mouth because I was so tense everywhere in the breath. And that's something that can happen when you're doing breath work. It's called tetany, and we get into that. If you ever do experience breath work, it's not dangerous. It's just something that happens in the body that causes you to crisp. And there's so many ways where you can you can support yourself through that. But I was in tetany. I was in immense tetany, and I was just breathing like this because my jaw was so tight. My hands were like all crisp, and I could just breathe through this little hole, and I just breathe. That's all I did because that's all I could hear her say is just breathe, breathe, move through it, flow with it, go through it. And when I say that, it's like what comes up is like the only way is through. The only way is through. And I just breathe. And I came out on the other side of it. And I came out on the other side of it with so much gratitude and light, and like, oh, like I can feel this. I can survive this. And it's like, normally what would happen in those moments where I would feel panic or anxiety is I would try to run away from it. I would do anything to distract myself. I would do anything to find a solution or a quick fix to help me in that moment. But what I couldn't do was feel it, breathe, stay with it, and let it transform as I create space around it. And in that moment, I understood the power that I had within the present moment, within the breath, within connecting instead of dissociating or resisting or numbing. And wow, that moment changed my life completely. And here I am. Yeah. Probably 9-10 years ago. I don't know the exact date, but around 9 years ago, I came out of the actual thing I was so scared of and that I would constantly run away from. And I made it, and I survived, and I understood that I could finally feel, connect, breathe, and be safe. So that just brought me into a whole spiral of my awakening and transformation, which I'm still in every single day of my life. And layers upon layers of feeling the exact things that I avoided and just feeling and breathing through them. And I just remember that those years after that, I would just put myself in environments where I could unravel all of the layers of myself that I put on to feel safe and to just find the safety from within, you know, and to create space in my body so that there wasn't anything weighing me down. And it's a process, and it's extremely transformative, discomforting, but also fucking liberating. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today, because finally I've been unraveling the last couple layers of being scared or being, who am I to share this with the world? Who am I to speak about this? Who am I to help people heal, in a sense? And it's not me that's healing you. It's you that's healing you. And I guess that's what scared me the most, is because we live in a society where we need to have certificates or professionals or doctors to heal. And I didn't find my healing there. I never found it there. I felt so fucking lost and so fucking misunderstood. And I found my healing in me. And just saying that brings so much tears and emotions, because I know I'm not the only one. And I guess when you're in a moment of your life where you want support and you want to find answers and you want to find the fullness of who you are, you know, to really live your life fully and stop like surviving or numbing yourself through your life, but really being alive and here and now and present and in love. And it's like, that's what I want to support people in. And it's not me, it's you. And that's why breathwork is, for me, the most life-changing tool that you could ever experience to support these types of transformations. especially. All right. So today we're actually in such a pivotal portal. You know, I don't even know what date we are. I think we're the 6th of August, but the 8th of August is coming up, the Lionsgate portal. And everything is so open right now. So if you're listening to me right now in this moment, or any moment in life, but it's like right now the universe is open and is listening. And it's just such a pivotal moment to really tap into transformation, tap into what it is that you truly want. This new version of yourself that's being birthed through you right now. It might feel really uncomfortable. There might be a lot of emotions and like past stuff coming up in your life right now, and just see it as, you know, there's like so much light coming down on us right now. So much light, so much light, so much light. And it's like cracking us open. And when there's so much light, it illuminates the shadows. And the shadows are the things that we run away from, when in reality, they are the exact things that will set us free. Exactly like what happened in my breathwork session the first time that I breathed. And when you feel that for the first time in your life and you're like, oh my gosh, I can survive this. Like all of these emotions, all these waves that come through are just passing through. You know, you're the ocean. And I love this phrase, you're the ocean, everything else is just waves. And when you feel that presence, when you feel that safety, when you feel that connection within yourself, everything shifts, because there's just a deep knowing that no matter what happens, you're safe, you're good. Breathe, let go, surrender, and know that you're so fucking supported. And let your presence be that support. Let your presence soften you. And I wrote a post about this on social media. If ever you want to go listen to it, or not listen, read it. Because it came through to me today while I was breathing and moving in my body in the morning and just connecting to myself before starting my day. I understood what it meant to be soft, or not what it meant, but what I wanted Freya to give as a definition of soft. And for me, softness does not equal submissive, passive, like you're letting everything happen without caring, or just like dissociating and like, oh, it's okay. Oh, yes. And in reality, you're like burning because you're angry, or burning because you don't want that, or it's not that. Soft isn't that. Soft is like, okay, I felt that. Breathe. And then moving in alignment with that emotion. Moving in a way that honors you, your truth. Not the things you're scared of, not the things that you need to do for other people to like you or love you, or in order to please. It's just align with your truth and let presence be your guide. Let every single day teach you of what it is that is in alignment with you today and what it is that is not, because that's the thing. It's like one day this can feel super good, and then one day it doesn't feel good anymore. And that's okay, because we're ever evolving and ever changing. But the fact is, we create this prison around the things that we think we need to feel, or because of how we felt in the past. And it's like we create expectations around situations, environments, people, and then we miss out on the present moment, because we're living our lives through this filter, through this lens of what it is we think we should feel. And we're not fully alive because we're not in the present moment. Let your emotion, let your senses, let what's moving through you show you, and be curious. Let it open you. Stay open. Stay open but grounded. Open doesn't mean like anything can attain you. Open means I can let it move through me, and I can stay grounded and know my truth. But that's where it gets tricky, because when we're open and we're not grounded, we feel like everything is attaining us. Like environments, people are draining, and it's just like chaotic because we're not grounded. We're not in the present moment. So we're just absorbing a lot of shit that isn't ours. And then we get so scared of opening again, because opening means discomfort, means feeling, means learning the art of non-attachment and letting it flow through you just like water, you know? But it's extremely hard to do that when we're not grounded. Because if we're not grounded, we're everywhere except here. And I think that there's nothing more healing than the present moment. Everything happens here. Everything happens in this moment. And when you're constantly running away from the present moment, you're constantly running away from your life, and you're constantly running after excitement, dopamine, love, connection, whatever it is that you're running away from. You're still trying to numb with the external in order to feel good. But in reality, we have it all messed up. It's like, I hope you guys can feel what I'm trying to explain here. It's like everything that we're trying to get from the external is actually just a mirror to what it is that we hold within ourselves. And breath work taught me that. Breath work brought me back to myself, to my power, to finding the security and the safety that I was looking for everywhere around me, and finding it within me. And then once you have that, like, there's no limit to where you can go. It's like that exact declick was what allowed me to become who I am today. I think it's the most fucking important and impressive and like rewarding and amazing investment that I made in myself is this, like, really reconnecting with my power. And that's what Freya is all about. It's about reconnecting with your power and showing you the way. Not in a way where I have the answers for you, in a way where you have the answers for you. And I'm just going to show you how to get them. And we're going to do that together. And it's going to be a beautiful experience, because wow, does it get to be soft and aligned and easeful when we're not resisting the emotions, when we're not numbing the discomfort, when we're open and soft yet grounded and strong. And yeah, I hope you felt that. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Share, comment, say what's coming up for you really in this moment. It really helps me to go deeper into these subjects. And there's a lot of things that I'm wanting to put on this YouTube page so that yes, there will be talks like this, but there's also going to be embodiment practices where you can go deeper within. Because right now you're listening and it's like in your mind, but I want you to feel this. So I'm going to create pieces, masterpieces of transmissions where you can connect to this energy within you through these videos. So comment, share, follow me on Instagram, on Facebook. There's a lot of events that are coming out in person if you're in the region of Quebec, and if you're not, there'll be online things. So online programs that I haven't yet finished all the detailing, but everything is there. And I think that right now we're just in a moment of such an incredible portal that I feel could transform absolutely everything in your life if you allow it to. And that just these words, if you really tap into your breath and your body when listening to me speak, it's like I hope you can feel the depth and the care and the love that wants to be poured to you, like from my heart to yours, so deeply. Yeah, I hope you receive that. All right, have a beautiful day. Bye.